You gonna get married? I don't know. Get married.
Grab your nuts and bark.
I just get my groove on. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing my thing. Hey, hey, hey. Swiss Beats. Woo, top down. Man, play that cut. First thing in the morning or shit, middle of the night during your workout when you need some motivation. Riding with my top down and my jewelry on. Hey, I'm just getting my groove on. Anyway, I digress. The motivation. Roseanne Barr, ladies and gentlemen. We've turned the corner, people. We've turned the corner. Finally. We've reached critical mass where people need the funny again. Listen to this clip, this interview with Roseanne Barr, because this just happened the other day, and this is important. This isn't just important for the modern day clown, the comedian like myself, Roseanne Barr, and many other talented people. It's what we represent, which you'll hear it touched upon within this interview. It's brilliant. I'm so glad it happened. I'm excited for comedy because, for one, I'm a fan. That means that I'm going to get to really hear some really good, funny shit. And two, that means that I get to really create some really good, funny shit. So let's hear this clip, this interview on Fox News. Fair use, with Roseanne Barr and a small panel. Here we go, y'all.
My two sons and my grandson and my godson, they're all here kind of to watch over me to make sure me and my big mouth don't squander no more of their inheritance, I guess is what they're here for.
Now, this is the beauty of stand-up, right? Everybody will say at some point, they don't understand another comedian's humor. Hey, regardless of if you think the person is funny or not, just respect the fact of the position that they've obtained. Okay, just like a professional athlete. Even the players on the bench deserve respect because they are one of the most elite people within that field.
He's back and funny as ever. Roseanne Barr joining us on the couch today. Welcome and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's to you too. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You've got a brand new comedy special on Fox Nation, and it's called Cancel This.
Yeah.
I don't quite say it the way you do. Tell us about it.
You want me to say it? Cancel this.
So I keep pausing because I want to make sure that I don't get any copyright strikes. But this whole interview is really interesting. So it's filled with nuggets. I'll show some highlights, and please go to Fox's channel, wherever you can get it, YouTube or even on their website, right? And watch the full interview. She's done a couple.
Well, it's kind of my explanation for what happened to me. I never got to have my say or to explain what happened or even to apologize for the mistake I made.
And that's the issue with society, okay? No one believes in redemption. Nobody believes in people making mistakes and saying things that they then go, hey, you know what, that wasn't my intention, I apologize for that. As long as it's not them. If it's them, then they demand forgiveness and understanding.
So that's what I do in my special. And also, I try to be even more offensive than I
So you're
Yes.
apologizing for one, but then you're bringing it on the
I'm
other.
bringing it because, I felt like I fell on the sword of the double standards of the left because I was the only one who got canceled. And I look back at even the people at ABC and the things they've done and not been canceled for doing and moved to far more.
Now, that's also my issue, Roseanne. It really appears to be a whole lot of fucking hypocrisy going on. Right? Because gravity don't care who you are. Step your ass off a building without something to keep you up there, you're falling to the ground. I don't care what your If you're a man, a woman, you're fat, tall, short, skinny, baby, adult, it doesn't matter. Your ass hitting the ground.
Just than the mistake I made, which I say in my special, was that I say that I racially misgendered a person that I assumed to be white. And when the network called me to say, "What have you done?" I said, "I'm so sorry that I assumed that this was a white woman. I assumed she was an Iranian woman." And
Hey, these things happen. If she assumed that she was Caucasian, that meant then she made a joke. But see, other Caucasians got offended.
they just ran with it. I guess they saw because I supported President Trump or whatever.
Okay, so now let me get to some other things, because I did want you to hear her side of it at least, right? So let's hear some of the things she has to talk about the power of comedy and what the call is, what the mission is for each and every person standing on the stage with a microphone with some comical thoughts.
Allow me to go on any of their other shows and apologize for it or to explain it on purpose. And I felt like, oh my God, do you
Okay.
support me for what I did? And it was just like that again. They were like, "We just want to say we're so sorry.
Okay.
If we ever come back, let's be even." I don't say anything, but they're afraid. Everyone.
So now what's about to be said is part of the mission of the comedian. See, you got to be a rugged individual. You got to be a fearless adventurer to be a comedian.
Afraid because it's a mob mentality, which is that other people who were canceled, they didn't lose everything like I did, but we all made a pact, other comics, because we said, if we ever come back, let's be even more offensive. Because we have to, because we're pro-free speech.
See? Most of you don't remember Lenny Bruce. Lenny Bruce was a comedian from the 50s, early 60s. And he fought a freedom of speech case all the way to the Supreme Court. Hence, this is the reason why in which that we know the brilliant comics of a Richard Pryor, of a George Carlin, of a I forget his name right now.
Pro-American values, and if we come back and namby-pamby it, we're not fighting. And comedy is supposed to be the thing that laughs, power to scorn, especially when it's corrupt. And this is why we became comics in the first place.
Do you hear that, comedian? Do you hear that, every aspiring comedian?
No, we're not going to do that. And you know what? You're funny. You are funny, though. No, I mean, we're saying that to power. You're funny, and you're corrupt, and here's the jokes about it.
And that is the beauty of comedy, of stand-up comedy, Now, all comedy is supposed to do that. But stand-up comedy specifically, the court jester.
And that's what we do it.
You talk about people whispering, kind of surreptitiously giving you support.
Okay, she's gonna say.
More offensive than ever, and back.
Well, it was great. It was me embracing who I am in my politics, which is comedy.
See, this is why I say it's filled with so many nuggets. Do you hear that, comics? Young C's and C's of veteran status. You see? Let's hear that again.
And back.
Well, it was great. It was me embracing who I am in my politics, which is comedy.
Case in point, she said it succinctly. Our politics is comedy. We make fun of the world, including ourselves.
Because it is the last free speech art form.
Woo.
Because it is the last free speech art form. Because it is the last free speech art form.
I intentionally took it back 3 times so that it could be heard from her mouth. Okay? Now, I keep saying it. And those who love to laugh understand it. But those with a tight ass, they seem to got a lot of gas and shit, and it's hard for a fart to escape. They want to shut down this beautiful art form. I love comedy with all of my heart. It has saved my life on more than one occasion. And me being a distributor of laughter, I too have saved other people's lives. How do I know? It was said to me directly. The last free speech art form.
And it was me going, they're not going to have the last word about me. And I will have not only the last word, but I'll have the last laugh too. And I do believe that I did.
See, this whole interview is filled with nuggets. I want it to be heard. Well, just that I got to hear this way.
When I went through, my whole generation, or we raised privilege kids, we don't have nothing to do with reality. So I kind of break them back down to reality. Wait a minute, what you talking about? What's your gender for? Get a job! They don't think nothing about.
See, that's comedy. It's funny, but society has gotten so soft, right? People don't laugh at the truth anymore. I love it. Now, once again, watch this whole thing. It's filled with gems. But I wanted to, I want us all to hear this compliment from Dagan. I don't know when she starts talking. Let's say about here.
To look at what's right in front of their face. So I brought it.
I'm not thank you. Thank you for everything. That I'm going to look at you in the eye and thank you. Thank you for everything that you've ever done as a comedian. Because my role models growing up were you and Joan Rivers and Charlie.
Another brilliant comedian when she started. Now they don't want to be called comedians. Brilliant comedian. Joan Rivers. Woo, woo.
Because it was through humor, watching you do stand up on television, even like on the Tonight Show. I can remember what you were wearing. Your first, your
This is beautiful. And each and every comedian, we don't know how we're touching people that we don't know.
first appearance on the Tonight Show, but it was through particularly you and Joan Rivers. It taught me to be fearless.
Now this is the beauty of stand-up comedy once again. See, for the masters, they can pass this on to the general public. Listen to what she learned about comedy by watching Roseanne Barr and Joan Rivers.
That's so wonderful.
And it taught me the power of humor in even everyday life. It is a great sword and it's a great shield.
I'm gonna leave that right there, so that you guys can go on and then watch the remainder of this interview. It's brilliant, and I'm so glad that we've turned this corner to where comedy's back. Within the psyche and within the mentality of the general public, they're ready to laugh. This is how fucked up life is, okay? Two masks of theater: comedy and tragedy. There is no in between. You are either going to cry or you are going to laugh. And Roseanne Barr, Marquez the Greatest, Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, Faison Love, Bill Burr, countless others, Felipe Esparza, Gabriel. You know what I mean? These comedians, us, we love to make you laugh, and we love to talk shit, swallow spit, and make a living with our thoughts and from our observations. I love comedy. Comedy loves you. And hey, man, and comedy loves me. So hey, y'all, it's the 13th one. The Laughing Buddha. One of them ones. One of one. Often imitated, never duplicated. But most loved, most respected. Marquez the Greatest.